I'm actually going to start with a picture of Alcatraz. How many of you have ever been to Alcatraz? Wow, it's huge. My daughters are sitting in the audience. They're my biggest cheering section, ages 9 and 10, and they were actually recently at Alcatraz. And while it is a neat field trip for sure, it also got them asking questions like, who ends up at Alcatraz? What type of person goes to jail? And I think we all know that there is a huge range of systemic and personal reasons why someone might end up in prison. But what you may not know is that there is a huge correlation between illiteracy and incarceration. In fact, in Texas, which is where we're living, third grade literacy rates are highly predictive of high school graduation rates, and high school graduation rates are highly predictive of incarceration rates. So what did the prison board do? They took third grade reading scores and used it to forecast and budget for prison construction 15 years down the line. It's true. The New York Times came out with an article saying, pay for prisons or pay for prisons or pay for preschool, it's your choice. That's how tight the link is. So I care a lot about education. Most people here in this room with a Yale degree, you know the importance of a very powerful education. Certainly it starts with literacy in many instances. And I joined an education technology company known as Istation. We do game-like digital assessments and curriculum, we bring animation and music in the hopes to inspire kids who maybe aren't learning through traditional methods. But this talk is really not about us. We know our kids are reading, hopefully, and if they're not reading, we've got interventionists looking out for them. But how do you make reading cool in an era of the Kardashians and Insta and so forth? And that's really what I'm here to talk about, is how do we inspire a love of learning, a love of literacy, when 50% of American adults cannot read beyond the 8th grade level, and 20% of American adults cannot read well enough to fill out a job application. So we are in about, across the United States, 4 million kids. School districts understand this. People who have advanced degrees, they understand the science of learning, they understand what we do, they understand how important it is to find diverse learning strategies for struggling readers. But not everybody does. And so part of my challenge when I joined 4 years ago is how do we build social media around one software that lives in the box, not the most inspiring photo, and around an environment where they would much rather be watching cooking shows than learning how to read. And so we have kind of this oddity. You'll see our logo is down there at the very bottom of the page. It's a kid in a red cape. And that has existed for a while. It's inspired by the belief that every student deserves to feel like a superhero, and that teachers are often the wind beneath that cape. And so we had an educator conference, and we thought, kind of gimmicky, hokey, let's give away the capes, it'll be cute and fun. And we did. This is a small sampling. But people, instead of just leaving the capes in their bags, they literally put them on to the point where we actually got everyone together for a group photo, and then they got in front of green screens, and they sent these photos home. But they did more than just get in front of the green screens. They went back to campus and they gave them to their fellow educators. And those educators also took pictures and sent them in. Do you think they stopped with the adults? No. They gave those capes to those kids. Look at that face. Look how proud he is. Talk about pride in school and school lunches. And our Twitter storm started, Red Cape Nation. Just showed a few of these images of kids all over the country. We now have hundreds of thousands of capes out there. They're out in the playgrounds, they're in the classroom, they're running, they're living Red Cape Nation. This teacher here, you can see the parade of students behind them. And this picture of all the kids here is my screensaver. And what I love about this is each of these is a story. It is a love of learning. It is that feeling of magic that comes with literacy. And I'm just proud that Istation has cracked the code a little bit in terms of bringing joy and social media and a visual stimulus to a topic like literacy that's often confined to academic circles and deemed fairly boring. So basically combining the head and the heart. And while I could tell you all day long about the science behind what we're doing, I think the best message actually comes from somebody who's experienced it firsthand. And so let me show you this quick video.
And when you can give a kid the love of reading, you've opened the world to them and they're learning. And to me, that's the gift. That's the gift of an education.
So anyway, I leave you hopefully inspired to read a book tonight or this weekend, and certainly encourage your children and those around you to feel the magic that comes with literacy. Thank you.